So in December of 1998, this happens in Durham, North Carolina. There are two armed robberies and kidnappings, correct? Um, one at a, and I'm sorry, there are three. There are three. Forgive me. One at a Fuddruckers, one at a Applebee's, and one at a Macaroni Grill. So this is kind of a complicated story, but basically what happens, and I cover this all the time, is there was a person, a young woman, I believe she was pregnant, and she was basically forced by the police to say that you committed this crime. And she felt afraid and they intimidated her, and it was a false testimony. Is that accurate?
Right.
Right. So tell us how your name, even outside of her, how did they even throw your name into it?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, to be honest, I never knew anything about the crimes. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it was just one day I was free, the next day I was locked up.
Wow. So tell me what happens when you get arrested and you find out you are a suspect in this crime. What are you thinking? What's happening?
Okay, well, I knew they were looking for me. I mean, I wasn't gonna turn myself in, but I knew they were looking for me. But when they did catch me, I mean, they made it a big thing. But the whole time I was telling them like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I was convicted with basically no fingerprints, no witnesses, no call, no scene.
Yeah, and there was this ski mask, right? And your DNA wasn't on the ski mask, correct?
Right. But
The
who?
ski mask
But
was a
right,
big deal, and your DNA wasn't even on it.
right. But somebody DNA was on there. But then it get
Hmm.
destroyed.
Yeah, then it got destroyed later, which they
Right,
shouldn't have done that. But
right.
but you said they knew you knew they were looking for you. How did you even find that out that you knew they were looking for you?
It was on the news.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was really it was on the news.
What, your face was on the news?
Yeah, wanted, award, reward, everything.
Wow. And the witnesses who were there, they said that they didn't see you either, correct?
Right.
Damn. So what is this trial like? Because from the outside looking in, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, what is this trial like? How to tell us how they're able to they can convince a jury to convict you.
It was I don't it was okay. I At that age, I really understood what was going on. And I mean, for some reason, I was like more in tune to what was going on. Sometimes my own lawyer, I felt. And I kind of felt that it went from not not being no witnesses, not having no evidence, not having this and not having that. The trial went to, oh, he's 22 years old. He got this car. He got this chain. He got gold teeth. He got all these clothes. He got all these shoes. If he ain't got this, he had to be robbing somebody to get this.
So you are convicted November 10th, 1999.
Mm-hmm.
Your original sentence is a minimum of 43.75 years and a maximum of 57 years with an expected release of 2049. When you're convicted, what goes through your mind? What goes through your soul?
I, at that time, I'm not gonna lie to y'all because I'm a person, man, who I don't cap, I don't play no game. I ain't feel nothing back then. So when they told me, it was like, okay, whatever. I mean, now years later down the line, oh no, so that attitude changed, but I was raised to believe by my parents that if God did not want something to happen, it's not gonna happen. And I still keep firm belief. So I don't doubt stuff. If stuff happens, a lot of people like, oh my God, why this happened? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, that's next. That's just how I think. That's how I was raised. I really don't see no other way how to, walk without walking that way.
I hear you. I hear you. So 22 years behind bars. How are you surviving? How are you getting by? I mean, you're 22 years old when you go behind bars, but how are you surviving that day to day?
Education.
Mhm.
Education. I went in there and took everything that I could possibly take. And that's what made me in books. Even now, I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the radio. It's books. If I'm not reading, it's not interested. So books
And
in school.
because this case got some press and attention at the time, when you go behind bars, do people know who you are? And did they know who you are?
They knew who I was before.
Mm.
So I mean, even though that was, like I say, that was my first time going to prison.
Uh-huh.
But they knew who. I mean, a lot of people knew who I was before. I'm from Durham.
Right.
It was not my first time getting in trouble.
Right.
But
is that why you think the investigators might have zeroed in on you because they saw a person who had some kind of record, so this would be an easy target?
See, not to speak on the past of the past,
Right.
but like I said, I was in trouble a lot, and you see, this is my first time in prison.
Yeah.
And I feel like they felt some type of way.
Mm. So they wanted to get you any way they could. They wanted to get you any way they could.
Right.
Right. And they do this and bring in other people and force people to false testify and everything. All right. So explain to people how you're finally released. There was a couple of things you said. The mask, the actual evidence, this was destroyed, which they shouldn't have done. The people who testified against you, the woman who testified against you, rather, she recanted. She said that this was not true, but I was afraid. So tell folks how you're eventually released, how you get your freedom.
Well, in 2014, I was written by the Innocent Project, and they asked to do the case. Well, I spoke to Rob, and I got a letter, and they was like, okay, one of the witnesses contacted us. And in my mind, I'm like, witness? What, what I'm saying? What witness? Who? Then when I got to the understanding that the person who they testified against me contacted them and told them, like, look, this, And then, in my opinion, when I first heard, I'm like, oh, it's a little too late for that. I'm not going to do here, But God is good, and I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know why. I don't know why she recanted. I'm just glad she told the truth. I mean, hey man, it was like I say, man. So I'm kind of like stuck for words, really, man, because I don't want to think on too much, because that's still like a little tender part. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest, so
Of course. And you were released November 9th, 2021. How has life been these past few months?
Okay, this is kind of weird, but I don't see what everybody's so excited about. I mean, everybody like, oh, you home, but okay, well, I've been working, got out, got a job, got a good job now, work 12 hours a day, Matter of fact, I got off work 7 o'clock this morning. Haven't been asleep
Wow.
yet. So, you know.
Wow. So
But
you don't.
everything is good. I mean, I haven't done anything fun yet. I be asking people what's to do for fun. And they be like, there's a whole lot of things to do for fun. But I haven't done anything. I just been working, man, trying to catch up, take care of myself and my family. You know, I'm not very sociable, so that's something I have to work on. And not only sociable, man, I could sit around you for hours in the same room and won't speak to you. I got to get over that. You know, but everybody think I'm about throwing out, why you won't talk? You won't speak, you know. But it is what it is.
When you say you don't understand why people are excited, do you mean that because you had these years taken away from you, and although you're out now, it's hard to be excited because there's so much catching up you feel like you have to do? Is that what you mean by that?
I don't feel like I have any catching up to do.
Okay, all right.
Because, well, I mean, I hate to say this, but me just coming out and being out here and seeing what I am seeing, man, there's people walking around still won't even locked up and worse off than me. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna fuss. I'm just gonna keep it one day at a time, man. I mean, regardless of what I did, how much time I did, it was somebody out here doing better, or worse, you know. And you know, I think like that. But hopefully, man, hopefully something will excite me, you know. I don't know. I'm not an excitable person. It might be because from prison, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but and then you also have to realize this: the last year and a half before I even stepped out, I've been locked in the room by myself. So you know.
Wow. So, in solitary confinement, or was it just a small room?
Solitary. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if you're gonna lock up in the close custody prisons and most close custody. It don't matter if you're on lock up or because you're 23 and 1. So I can go to SEG and come out, take 3 showers a week, or I can go to population and come out 1 hour a day. So, I mean, you on lock up either way. I mean, they really come out as 23 and 1. I mean, the whole prison. So it's not like 6 people come out at a time. So there's no difference between lockup and population.
Wow. And the state of North Carolina, they have not compensated you, which is disturbing considering you were behind bars for approximately 22 years. Do you have a Cash App? How can people donate to your Cash App if they're able to?
Yes, I have a Cash App. I don't like the name because I would have known I would change the name. Well, can you use the phone? No, I can't. They might not need to use the phone number. I might.
Do you want me to just? I mean, it's dollar.
Yeah, I'll let you see.
Okay, it's $ black AZZ32.
Right.
How's that?
Yeah, right. That's it.
Is there an apostrophe between the K and the A? Is there an apostrophe there, or is this one straight? Oh, okay. No. So make sure it's written down wrong. All right, $ black, and then AZZ32.
Right.
You know. Cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that little creativity. Not wrong.